Guys, I just thought I'd take you on a little trip today with me. I came to a town that's about 25 miles away from where I live, and I got I'm sorry about the shakiness. I got some scented oils. I'm gonna make some shower bombs. We've been sick at my house, so and the shower bombs was eucalyptus and the oils is eucalyptus and lavender, and I'm going to get some peppermint, and going to see about getting us better with some essential oils. In front of me is a truck that is carrying the gas pipeline. Here in Ohio, there is, I believe, 4 different size of gas pipelines going through it. And Cadiz, Ohio has a big plant hub. They built it approximately 2 years ago. It was a town that originally made its living by coal. There is still a few coal mines around, but not a lot. And Cadiz was dying. It was a dying town before they brought this gas hub in and the gas lines came through there. They said they'll be here for about 30 years. They've built brand new hotels. I got cell service at a Marriott hotel that's only a couple years old. We are on Route 250, and it's going to take us around a lake called Tappan Lake. It is one of the 5, there's 5 lakes owned by the Corps of Engineers. And Tappan Lake is one of them. And where you see the Ohio barn, that is the county home for Carroll County. And there's still residents that live there. Not a lot, but there is still a few. In my county, which is Tuscarawas County, there is no longer a county home. They closed it down approximately 2 years ago. This is all really farm country. A lot of cattle out here, beef cattle. I think there might be 1 or 2 dairy, but I know one for sure, but it's mainly beef out here. This place here on the right, they cut trees, and I think it's farm equipment, all kinds of farm equipment, tractors and you name it, anything to do with farming, because this is farming country. I live in farming country. I know what making hay and putting hay on a wagon is all about. I've done that in my youth. You have to wear long pants and long sleeves, and it's in the 80s and 90s, and you're dying of the heat, but if not, it'll just eat you up. And when I lived at home and we had horses, my stepfather would go and get like 30 or 40 bales of hay at a time, and then we would have to unload it by hand and put it in the barn. And I was 11, so my sister, a year younger than me, she was 10, and we was working just like a man. My stepfather told us if we wanted horses, we had to put the fence up. We did. We had sheep, so of course sheep has to have another type of fence. We was in 4-H, and I think all children should do some type of a 4-H event. Whether if you live in the city, you can still do 4-H. It is a great organization. But if you live in the country, you can do livestock, you can do poultry, rabbits. You know, even if you live in the city, there's always a place for a small rabbit hutch. There's ones for sewing. It's, girls or boys they do sewing or they do cooking. And there's just lots of different kinds of 4-H. Now, coming up over here on the left-hand side is where they have put some pipeline through. It looks to be maybe I want to say maybe 8 or 10 inch pipeline that's coming through. There's not a whole lot going on right now about the pipeline because we're in the winter and they really can't open much land withoat it caving in. And I have a friend that hauls the mats. They call them mats. It's large pieces of wood that they put down on the ground to keep the trucks and stuff from tearing it up. And he said when they mess with it in the wintertime, they get slippage. So then they have to go back in the spring and fix all that slippage. And over here on the left-hand side is a field where they have put drain pipe underneath there. That's what them lines are. To drain that field must be extremely wet. So that is pipe. They used to, many years ago, put clay pipe down. Now they don't do that. It's the plastic. Over here, some of it. On that spool where they have put it. Well, I got this trucker going to pull off. Oh, he's going up here to this yard. This is where he's taking it to. It's a yard that is now here for it's powered by the sun. So, they have solar. Awesome for solar, but I'm all for wind generating too. This is where their stockpile of pipe is at. And then when they join each section of pipe, there is a welder, and he will weld each one of them joints. And there is a lot of welders in our area. They have come in and they're staying at they stay at the different hotels. I know one company will not allow their employees to get rent a house or apartment because when they first started coming in, they had a meeting with the gas companies and the landlords, and the landlords decided that they was going to be raising their rent at least $300 because the gas men had the money. We're coming up here on Tappan Lake. And so that's exactly what they did. And there is companies that they said no. They would rather give their money to the hotels than to make the landlords rich because that's wrong. And I agree. It is wrong. When they work in our area, they bring a lot of money in. They pump a lot of money into our county. You know, by going out to eat, buying their stuff at Walmart's, doing laundry, you know, they just maintenance on their vehicles. You know, they pump a lot of money into our county, and to cheat them like that, I just feel it's cheating them, and that's the way they do too. So they just said no, that they would not support the landlords like that. Because my friend who hauls the mats, when he was here in Ohio, he stayed in a hotel. And I think some of the hotels ought to give him a weekly break, but they don't. And sometimes the guys have to pay it out of their pocket. Sometimes the gas company will pay for it, or sometimes it's like split 50-50. This is our lake. There's the other side of the road. It's there. The water is down about 4 feet because that's what they do here in the wintertime. They drop it down about 4 feet. Most of our lakes that are from the Corps of Engineer, that's what they do. Because in the springtime, when the rains come, then it's not going to flood. or less like chance of flooding. I'm sorry, I'm not real good at that. When you see that brace there, that's in my van. That's the post in my van. It's a gloomy day, a very gloomy day. I sure would like to see some sunshine. Well, we ain't seen sunshine for a while, and this is Thursday, the 20th. We have 5 days till Christmas. I'm going to go with my roommate to a friend of hers, and I'm not sure how many people are going to be there, but this is going to be a new adventure for me. I'm going to make scalloped potatoes because that's what the lady asked, but I think I might make some spinach loaf too. If I make spinach loaf, I will make one for my ex-husband and take that to him because that was always one of his favorites, and he definitely wouldn't make it because he don't know how to make it. I mean, I have no ill feelings toward him. I don't feel nothing towards him. You know, I think if he would have just pulled over so you could see a little bit of the lake. You know, I think if he would have went about it differently, of saying, you know, I'm not happy no more, I want a divorce, that would have been a different story, but not the way he did. So, okay guys, it's coming up on 12 minutes, so I think I gabbed enough. Remember to subscribe, share, and like. By you sharing, this helps my channel. And I have changed my name, the channel name, from Sewing with Mona Lisa to just Lisa Flinner. Because it will be about my travels. That's what you know, things going on with my life, not just sewing. So, peace and love, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye, till the next video.